Bear with me, Calvin. Can you just double check for me again, Calvin, please? I've just refreshed my page and it looks as though I am now. Just confirm for me, please. So, you got me. Awesome. Yeah, I think that might have been my end, to be fair, mate. It's alright. They've only missed me talking about this wireless mic, and we're just talking about this little charger as well. So I'll quickly run back over what I was saying. Now, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was quickly talking about this keyboard because I just want to show people the key for these power ports. There we are, that's the image I'm looking for. So on the back of this explains things much better. So if you plug one device in C1, you get 65 watts of charge. Put something in C2, 65 watts. If you use both of those ports, you'll get 20 watts and 45 watts. So it will spread that 65 watts between the two ports. If you use every port on a device, then we've got the 45 watt, 20 watt, 12 watt, 12 watt on C1, we've got 12.5 watts on A2 and A3. So it will spread that power. I was refreshing for 12 minutes, but I jumped on Discord. I saw you on Twitch. I couldn't message. Sorry, mate. Yeah, sorry, dude. I weren't aware that it weren't kicked in. Everything worked on there, so it all went live, and then I don't know. Maybe my PC just not got the power like it did have in the old days. So this is what we were talking about, Calvin. This charger here, which is currently my go-to charger. Now, it's absolutely silent as well, so plug this in, silence, can't hear any kind of whining, anything like that. Very, very good. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this to begin with is we're going to see if this works as well, Calvin. I was quickly trying to set my phone up again because I reckon you do this. Well, not that you do it. I reckon what you've got here is the same as me. So here we go. We're going for a journey over to the cupboards. Now, I bet that most people have got a drawer of cables like that. So in there, I've got like micro USB cables, I've got lightning cables, USB-C cables, and they are an absolute state. Now, if I want to grab myself a cable out of there, see, I'm just literally pulling everything out with it. Like, who's got time to, like, sit there, like, messing about with cables? But I may have a solution. I may have a solution to this problem. Oh, here we are. We're coming back. We're coming back to the desk. And see, I thought you might have, Calvin. I think everybody's got a drawer like that in their home. And obviously I've got one. But I've got something. I've got something that might solve that. Right. What about these bad boys? Now, these are from a brand called Magtame. So I've got two cables. I've got pretty much identical. Now, I've got two cables. I have got a USB-C to USB-C. I've also got a USB-A to Lightning as well. So I'm going to give you a little close-up to these cables. I've got a junk drawer and a cable drawer nightmare. Well, I've just shown you mine, and I'm not embarrassed about it because I know everybody's got a drawer like that. Now, this could be the remedy. It really could be. Now, look how neat that cable is. How good is that? Now, we can undo that. We can use it in whatever device. So I'll tell you what, we'll do a little test. Where's my charger that I was just messing about with? Here it is. Let me move him down here. We don't need him just yet. There, I'm currently tangling everything up doing this. But here we go, here we go. Move that cable out of the way. So, USB-C into there. And then we come out, we've got some USB-C into our mobile phone. Now, the first thing I want to show you is this cable is a 60 watt cable. Oh, I might need to re-plug that back in so you can see. Oh, see at the bottom, super fast charging. So this is actually a 60 watt cable, so I can deliver like rapid speeds with this as long as I've got a charging device that will do it. Cookbook Divas, hello, how we doing? Welcome to the stream. I hope you are well. I hope you're still live streaming. Let me have a little sip. I'm just showing off a couple of new cables that I've got. And I know cables tend not to be like very sexy, but I've just showed Calvin my drawer. Actually, have you got a drawer like this? Let me get my camera set up again. Looking for phone. Please find my... it's because I've loaded up camera app and not my proper app. Here we go. Right, okay. Have you got a drawer like this in your home, where you've just got loads of like random cables? They're all a tangled mess. And if you need to pick a cable out, you're going to end up pulling all these out and spending about an hour trying to untangle everything. Oh, you saw my beautiful red shoes as well there. Sweetie, hello. Just in time, sweetie. I'm just quickly showing a cable. Live stream tomorrow, otherwise cooking and prepping for... Ah, nice. Ooh, me and the wife have literally just changed our diet, so we're not eating ultra-processed food. Done it for just over a week so far. To be fair, I feel good. I do feel really good. So, this cable I'm showing you now is the USB-C to USB-C cable. It is a 60 watt cable. So I've just shown that we get super fast charging with this cable. Now, most cables are like that. Now what I can do with this is I can literally do that. It is a magnetic cable. So basically what that does is that you can fold the cable up like this and it will stay together. How good is that? Now that should eliminate the need to be sitting there for like 40 minutes trying to untangle cables. Now it is magnetic. It's not a super strong magnet. Now I've got a magnet to prove that it is magnetic as well. Still, it is very, very tough. Like, we've been going to supermarkets and looking at labels and kind of shocked at how much junk gets put into food. But now, to be fair, feeling pretty good. I played football on Friday and it was the fittest that I've felt for quite a while. Now, just grabbing hold of one of my magnets here. So you'll see magnet has stuck to it, so proves that it is magnetic. As I say, not a very strong magnet. It's strong enough that you can get your cables like this. So if I literally like hang that, it will unravel, then I can use it in whatever device I want. Give it a quick fold like this. There we are, all rolled up beautifully. Now, I've just saw Sauceblood as well. Saucy, hello. I barely saw in the corner of my eye, but I'm here. Welcome. I've never seen one like that. No, I haven't either. It's from a brand called Magtame. They're very useful. They really are. Now, it is a braided cable. Now, the other cable I've got is a USB-A to Lightning, so for those iPhone users you can get a cable to charge your iPhones up or your iPads. So nice braided cable. It feels very strong. We've got this lung connector on the end as well, and what I'm liking is you can still see the cable inside that little cutout there. so this is covering like a good portion of the cable. It feels very strong. Now, according to Amazon, you get like 20,000 bends of this before it like gets damaged. Let me quickly find the listing. Right, USB, this one here. USB, oh, hang on, let me play my super sale as well. My new iPhone 15. Oh, you're onto USB-C now, aren't you? With the new iPhone. At the drawers and use them again. Good thing I say that. Yeah, do you know what? I hope everything goes to USB-C. Like, I've got a head shaver, which is its own little charger. I've got another one that's micro USB. That shaver's broken for some reason. I need to try and fix that. But I'm on the lookout for a new one now that's USB-C. In an ideal world, I want everything to be USB-C. That is the ideal world of Andy. Now, you've just seen Super Sale flash up. That is because this cable, it's currently $19.99. You can save 30%, little tick box there. If you buy 2 or more, get an extra 5% off as well. Now, you'll notice, so there we are, 60 watt fast charging. I have just shown it. I will show it again in a moment. It does charge phones very quickly. Now, oh, I'm sorry. Is it 10,000 plus bends? Now, apparently you can hang 30 kilos off this, 30 kilograms. We've got a tyre. That's not something I'm willing to kind of try out. Mainly because I haven't got a wheel here to kind of hang off the cable. Now, it is a charging cable and a data cable as well. So plug it into your PC, plug your mobile phone in. You can start transferring your pictures, songs, whatever else off your mobile device. So I will quickly show you the charging again on that. Got to run to make breakfast. Have a great live stream. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Enjoy the breakfast. And hopefully I will chat to you soon. So here we go. USB-C into there. Let me grab my phone again. Make sure I've got the right cable. Got all filth on my screen. So plug it in. There we are. And you'll see at the bottom there, super fast charging. So a nice 60 watt cable. And as I say, feels good. It does feel good. Now, I believe you can kind of wrap this up however you want because the magnets will just start sticking. I tend to just put it in my hand like that, quickly wrap around. That's kind of how I do most cables. And obviously the magnets start sticking to each other. And it holds it all together, holds it pretty well. Really does. So, yeah, kind of pleased with that. I do like it. So, you'll see this cable I've got here. This magnet is just not sticking on there. This cable, oosh, magnet is on there. Beautiful, beautiful. Ghoul, welcome, buddy. How are you, mate? An absolute pleasure to see you. I'm just showing the my little cables. So, yeah, here is the other cable. So, this is pretty much identical. I can't spot any difference apart from, obviously, the connector on the end. It still looks and feels well built. We've still got the braided cable. Now this one is USB-A on the one side and Lightning on the other, and just the same as the other cable really. I think it does kind of fold itself back in, so yeah, I'm not a connoisseur when it comes to wrapping up cables, but you can literally like give it a little bit of that, and there we are. Cable is wrapped up. Or you can use the method that I tend to use where I just kind of wrap it around the end of my fingers, not smash it off the glass. And you can get a much neater, well, not so much neater, a more tighter fit together. So if you've got a bunch of these cables next to each other, great. I'll tell you what, be great in my laptop bag, really would. I've been yearning for something like this. Because I've probably got one in my pocket. Oh, do you know what? I've not. Let me go and find one. I used to keep trying to tie these together with, you know, when you get yourself a new product and there's a new cable. Oh, my cat's wondering. Hello. You know when you normally get those with your cables? You end up getting a cable and then kind of putting it together. I mean, like this one now, like, falls to bits. Not good. But who's got time to keep doing this? Grabbing hold of one of these little twizzly things. And then we have to keep tying like this, and then it's a nightmare because you've got to untie that and make sure you don't lose that. Now that is something my cats always chew on. Come on, Sins, where are we going, mate? Sins, you on the stream? You okay? Oh, you're just setting up camp there? Okay. Ghoul is hanging. By the way, there seems to be an issue with streaming to Kick and Twitch at the same time. Oh, is there? Okay. Do you know what? I wonder if I have that issue as well. I probably do. Do you know what? I'm going to stop one of those streams. Bought some Kraken rum. Oh, beautiful. Do you know what? I've seen that. I've not had any. But yeah, I don't mind a bit of rum, to be fair. Now, I don't know if you just saw it there. My cat's just automatically gone for this. Loves it. But no need to be doing that anymore. Because these cables, you just literally give it a quick wrap around and we are good to go. Look at that, beautiful. Magnetic. I've been needing these for years and there was just like never anything on the market. Now I'll quickly just prove it does charge as well. So let me plug my USB-A into my charger. Let me go to the good old iPhone and you'll see the battery symbol popped up. I'll do it again. So plug it in. There we are, charged 97%. So it works. That's the main thing you want from a cable. First and foremost, the cable to work. But yeah, like I say, it's not a super strong magnet. So it's not something where you're going to walk down, brush up against something magnetic and it's going to pull you back. But just for the neatness of cables, that is actually very useful. I may show those again a little bit later. And I'll keep it on Amazon as well, see if anybody loads it up, and we'll come back and show those again. The little twizzly things. Well, I normally have loads of these scattered on my floor because I put them in the drawer. And my cats, I don't know how they do it. They're like ninjas. They get into the drawer, they start grabbing these and they start chewing them. Ben, welcome, buddy. You okay, Ben? Yeah, whenever I start, Kick Twitch stream doesn't work. Oh, okay. Oh, I'll bear that in mind. That might explain things, to be fair, Saucy, because I used to have issues with that, where Kick just kept coming on and off. So yeah, that probably explains it. Right, oh. Yes, I will show those again shortly. Ben is great, awesome. This is what I like to hear, Ben. Now, winter's here. Winter is definitely here because I've been outside today changing my car battery because mine has just decided to start like spluttering whenever I start my car. So I put the old battery tester on there, immediately says replace. It's like, okay, need a new battery. Got a new battery, outside today, started raining, it was freezing. But this came in useful. Now, hand warmers, these are the ones. This has like really helped me out. So if you've never seen one of these before, basically, as the name states, hand warmer, keeps your hands nice and toasty. What do you think? Yeah, if all I've seen is people moaning about like Man City, kind of getting away with it. So I'll be honest, I don't even know what they've had points deducted for. But all I know is they've got points deducted and everybody's kind of outraged about Man City and Chelsea not having, like, being relegated. Yeah, so I've got a couple of hand warmers. They are from a brand called O Cooper. So we've got this nice little blue one here. Do actually really like the colour. They've got multiple colours of these. I will show you shortly. So on top, they charge through USB-C, which obviously I'm a fan of. I love anything that charges through USB-C. And it does feel solidly built. It is very well built indeed. And there's nothing else around the outside. Now, it's very simple. You'll see we've got a big push button on top there, which if we hold that down with a little bit of luck, we can make it truly nice. Right, you can see there. Let me come to this camera because I'm a little bit close to the light there. You will see we've got a red light there, and we've got space for another 2 red lights, which if we tap that, it will toggle between 3 different temperature modes that we've got. Now, I did quickly make a note on the temperatures on this. Let me find it. Okay, so this is the high setting we're on now. Obviously, you can't feel that. I can feel that. That is warm already. They heat up within a matter of seconds. Obviously, if you leave them like a minute or so, then they'll get to like their full power. But immediately after switch it on, you can feel it charging up. Let me turn that light off. There we are, beautiful red lights. If we double tap this button, that tells us how much battery is left in there. So you'll see I've lost a bar of battery because I've been using it. I'm not ashamed to say I've been using this. Nice and warm. Now the heat will come from both sides. So this blue patch we got on either side, that is where the heat comes from. So on the top here where these buttons are, this white plastic doesn't heat up, just the blue parts. Oh, very nice. I mean, look how filthy my nails are. I need to sort those out. Need to trim them as well. So 3 settings. The high setting we're on now, we get 131 degrees Fahrenheit. So quite a lot of heat coming through there. Now, if you use this on a full battery, on the full setting, you get 4 hours of battery life. If we drop down to the coolest one, which is still 107 degrees Fahrenheit, so still fairly toasty, we get 8 hours of battery life from a full charge. If you want to recharge this up, it's going to take around 2 to 3 hours to fully charge. But even on that lowest setting, that is still nice and warm. Beautiful. So I could have done with this like a few years ago. We went to watch Blackburn Rovers play football. It might have been Boxing Day. And it was the coldest I've ever been in my life. It was so cold. And I never had anything like this. That would have been so useful. Kind of wish I had it. But if I ever go to another football match, this is what I'm taking with me. I'm taking those. Ooh, lovely. So you do get the USB-C cable with this as well. So you're not in the lurch. You don't just get this and you can't charge it. And literally, top button there, turn it off. Beautiful. Now, you might be like, ooh, I quite like the looks of that. Oh, I never mentioned how much it was, did I? Okay, this is currently, I'll tell you what, let's go super sale on this as well. So this is $27.99. You might think, yeah, a little bit pricey. There's actually 40% off at the bottom there. So make sure you do tick that box. Now, there's a nice blue one. That's the one that we're rocking and rolling with. Beautiful. You can also get a pink version. There's a black version. Orange. There's our blue one again. Black. Nice little blended one there. Quite like the looks of that one. There's the pink. We've got like a... what colour? Oh, midnight green. Midnight green, that one. Nebula. So kind of like I'd say a space effect. So yeah, got some Ocean Wave. So there's a decent range there of different ones you can get. So I've clicked on that one. That's the 2-pack. So you get 2 hand warmers. If I go back to the individual one, you can get 40% off. So quite a good saving on that. Now, I've actually got another hand warmer from Okuba. Now, this one is a little bit different. Let me move it on the carousel. I'm trying to be good with this. Now, straight away, another super sale. We've got a sale going on today. Now, these are a little bit different in the fact that you get 2 hand warmers in the one box. And it basically means you can use them like this, where you have one in each hand individually, or they are magnetic, so they will stick together. Oh, nearly dropped it then. Stick together, and you can use it pretty much like that one. Oh, lovely. Now, let me give you a little close-up on this as well. So, split them apart. Magnet seems nice and strong on this as well. If you put it, like, the wrong way, one will just kind of go above the other one. Twistle it round. That's how it should be. Now, once again, charges through USB-C. Beautiful, beautiful. And here is the power button down there. So, very much like the other hand warmer. Hold it down, lights will come on. We're automatically on full blast there. So, exactly the same as the other one. You get 3 different settings. Now, the temperature is a little bit different. Oh, apologies, didn't mean to cough there. So, on full blast for this one, we get 126 degrees Fahrenheit. Low setting is 108 degrees. Medium setting is 117 degrees. If we use this on the lowest setting, we will get 6 hours of battery life. We get 5 hours on medium, and we get 4 hours on the full blast, the full whammy. Now, each of these have got a capacity of 2600 milliamps, so there's 5200 milliamps in total. What you can do as well, which probably not something I would do, but you can set one to like level 1. Let me come back to the other camera. That one keeps focusing on my face. So you can set one to like level 1, one onto level 3, and it doesn't matter. So you can have this one that's going like baking hot, this one that is nice and warm. So you might have a hand that's very cold and one that's not quite so cold. And then, ooh, lovely. Now on these, this top part here is the part that heats up. It feels like it's made of, I want to say rubber. Yeah, it's kind of like a rubber texture we've got on there. Now that is what heats up. This plastic part where it says "Oh Cooper" and the bottom part, that doesn't heat up. So obviously when they're attached together, heat coming from this side, heat coming from this side. Nothing down this plastic part in the centre there. But they're like hot already, like really hot. Beautiful. So exactly the same process, just hold the buttons down to switch them off. And did I mention how long it takes to charge? Roughly around 3 hours. Now the cable you get with these, let me see if I've got it in here. I've probably put it down somewhere, which is what I tend to do. You get a USB-A on one end and you get 2 USB-Cs coming off the one cable. So you don't need 2 cables to charge this up. The one cable will charge both up. So very good for those cold winter days. Now I have to make sure that I kind of pack these away because I'd just lose everything. I'll tell you what, we'll save it till end of stream. I'll sit in this mess. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention on the other one as well, that one there, that actually doubles up as a battery pack as well. So you can plug USB-C cable into there, into your mobile device. It will charge your mobile device up. If you've only got like a USB-A to USB-C cable, you also get the little converter with it as well. So USB-C one end, USB-A the other. And you can either go either way with this. So we can plug the USB-C into the end of the hand warmer, plug USB-A into there, then USB-C or USB-A into your mobile device. So obviously the battery life will probably drain a little bit quicker if you use it as a charger. If you've got the heat going on this and you plug in a mobile phone, this will automatically turn the heat off. So you can't use it as a hand warmer and charge a mobile phone up at the same time. Either or. So it kind of overrides the hand warming thing and charges your phone up. So do bear that in mind. But very useful. Very useful in these cold nights. As I say, worked out great earlier when I changed that car battery. It's probably in that cable drawer. There's a good chance it's in that cable drawer. I thought I'd put it back in the box, but it probably means that I've left it on the side and the cats have started having their way with it. That's not easy. No. No, I've put it down somewhere. And no doubt my cats have chewed the life out of it. Now, to be fair, I think you've had a good listen to this wireless microphone. So, talk amongst yourselves while I start packing a few of these things away. Now, but how is everyone doing anyway in the chat? I can see Saucy's been playing around with his streaming stuff. Right. Look at me being good, putting things back in there, into their bags. Let me just slam the lid on that, and we shall continue. Because I need a little bit of space on my desk, that's why I'm kind of packing this away. There we go, that's kind of half packed. Because I think this is a Calvin favourite. It's time to change our voice. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. Now, as I say, whenever I start up OBS, it's very hit or miss if all the microphones are going to work. Because my OBS likes to play these little games with me. And it did it before this live stream. It's like, no, Andy, you're not going live before you start resetting up all these microphones again. So, what we have here is the Fifine Ampligame AM8 microphone. Silly voice time. It is, mate. It is coming. The silly voice is coming. And what we also have is the Fifine SC3 mixer. I have moved it on the carousel. Well done, Andy. We're getting used to this streaming like, aren't we? Now, if you're somebody who's just getting into streaming and you want to use an XLR, an XLR microphone, this is something that's quite cheap and cheerful that will allow you to do that. Because obviously you can't just plug an XLR mic directly into your PC. We need something in the middle, and this is exactly what this does. Now, if your XLR microphone, you require some phantom power, we can push this button, it will give it the additional power that it needs. Now, the AM8 that we've got here, this doesn't need like the 48 volts, so we don't need to push that button. On the back of this, my cats are going wild, man. On the back of this, let's see if I can get that in focus. You'll see we do have a switch here as well to toggle between dynamic mics and condenser microphones. What we're using here, the AM8, is a dynamic, so we're already set up. On the back of this, we've got some 3.5mm connections. So we've got a headset, so if you've got yourself a headset with a microphone on there, we can plug it into this. Line in to connect mobile phones and tablets, headphones so we can monitor the audio, and we have line out if we want to connect any speakers to this and play basically music through it. It does power through a USB-C cable. That is your power. So no weird power packs or anything like that, USB-C cable. Now, it does work on mobile phones as well. So if you're out doing any kind of streaming and you want to use an XLR mic rather than an inbuilt mic on a mobile phone, this will allow you to do that. I tested it. I did go live on Instagram, and then I started playing around and doing all these different voices that I can do. So I can rock and roll with this female voice. Ticker, I done the ticker. I didn't do the ticker. Ignore me. Calvin, thank you. Oh, Calvin. Honestly, Calvin, best in the business. Tish, hello. Welcome. How are you? I've been thinking about this item. I started to go bananas. I mean, you can get voice meter banana. Maybe that's why it's going bananas. Yeah, so this is, it's very simple. It's plug and play. You don't need to install anything. Now, Tish knows my pain with voice meter. I installed that on my PC. I had nothing but trouble with it. It was an absolute night. Hang on. Hang on, Andy's been silly. Andy's been very silly. Andy was still using that mic. Okay, what you're listening to now
is me as a female. Now, we do get the voice change on here. I sound very much like Quagmire from Family Guy. I understand that. I've listened to this back before. So we do get different voices. We have, obviously, this one, which is the female voice. We have the robot voice,
which is this one here. where I need to speak a little bit slower, so hopefully you can understand me. We also have the monster voice, which is great for Halloween.
We have the baby voice, which is great for crying.
We also have the elder voice, so if you want to sound like an old man like me, go with this one. We also get the male voice, which should make me sound a little bit more masculine, but I'll let you be the judge of that.
Long press on the button will disable the voice as well. It's a bit, oh, as in like volume level. I can adjust the volume. Now, as Saucer just mentioned there, this is not something that's going to really like blast your ears off. I think it gives you an extra, I want to say 50 decibels in audio. Let me just confirm that though. Fine. Right, mixer desk. Let me have a look. So, I'm trying to think what issues I had now. It's been a while since I played around with Voice Meter. I just know it weren't doing what I wanted it to do. Right, let me do a quick search on the page for DB. And I can't find it. Right, let me go to the Fifine page. Because I do want to make sure I don't give you the wrong information about this. I'm pretty certain it's 50 decibels. Might be 20. I think it's 50 though. Right, fine. Where's my Fifine website? There we are. Before you do that. Oh, sorry. Do I need
to do a disclaimer to speak like this? Stream might have crashed on Twitch. Ah, it's okay. That's alright, never mind. Right, where's my little information about this? About my decibel? There we are, that's what I'm looking for. So, XLR balance port, which provides up to 50 decibels of gain on the microphone. My cat's turned my light off, then turned it back on. Bless her. Yeah, so I thought it was 50 decibels.
Sorry, I've just realised that I left the female voice on as well. The voice change. I too lost my coffee, but now I'm fully ready. Do not drink during this section. Yeah, probably best not to. Now, we also get an electric button, which is auto-tune, which is supposed to tune your voice in if you're kind of singing, I imagine. I kind of find that a little bit gimmicky. So if I'm making noises as well, because I'm kind of moving this around, so I'm probably bumping the cable all over the place. So we do get this electric button there. Try and give you a close-up. So you got like A, B, is it B flat, B sharp, I don't know, B, C, D flat, D. So you can press that and toggle between all these different modes there, which I believe is supposed to put you in that key. So if you're singing a song, I don't know what to sing. What are the kids listening to these days? Okay, you're back. I'm back on. Oh, actually, yeah, my stream elements has just popped back up. I'm probably just not pushing enough bit rate through. I don't know. I'll play with it at some point. Yeah, so what you're listening to now is me auto-tuned, apparently. So, I don't know. I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die. Yeah, so that's a feature that I would never use, to be honest. I would use the voice change. Obviously, the Phantom Peripher microphone needed it. And you do get custom buttons on the bottom as well. A, B, C, D. So what you can do is hold that down. And basically whatever this can hear, whether that's audio going into it or me speaking, that is now recording whatever it can hear. So I can play that back on a stream. You can hold that down for 15 seconds and play a 15-second recording. You can mute all these sliders here as well. So if you want to mute your headset, you can do that. You can monitor the audio as well. So you can put headphones on, plug it into this, monitor the audio. I do experience some hissing from that. I don't know if it's because the mic's picking up all the room sounds. So do bear that in mind. But for something very basic, just to get you up and running, it seems pretty decent. Now, it is currently $49.99, which, to be fair, for what it is, it's not bad, especially if you can make use of stuff like the voice change. It's pretty decent. And what you've been listening to now is the AM8 Ampligame microphone as well, also by Fifine, which you do get RGB lights on there. I can't show you that at the minute because I've not plugged the USB cable in. But on the bottom of this, we also get, let me try and show you. Once again, sorry if I'm making loads of noise. On the bottom, you'll see I've got my XLR cable plugged in. We also have a USB-C port if you want to use USB-C. We can monitor the audio as well. And these are where the RGB lights are on the bottom. We can, I know I've just bumped the mic there. We can adjust the gain of the microphone, the audio monitoring, and a little push button there as well, which will toggle between the different lights. If I remember, I will come back and show you the lights on this. That's the one I've been looking at. How does it compare to the Elgato Wave? I've never used the Elgato Wave, so I couldn't give you like a 100% honest answer on that. I imagine the Elgato Wave is very good. I imagine you get software with the Elgato Wave as well. So I don't know what the price difference is between the two, but I'm pretty sure with Elgato you can install software and you can start kind of routing audio. Oh, sorry. So I imagine the Elgato Wave might be better, but I've not used it, so I couldn't say 100%. But the mixer desk, cheap and cheerful, does the job. Now, I tend to pack that into my laptop bag because of it being so small. So I'll pack this and I'll pack this microphone as well. And if I go and do any work at my brother's house, then I'll record things with this. Saves me keep lugging my main microphone around. So it's been very useful for that. So if I need to record any videos for Amazon, I've started trying to use this if I'm out and about. Normally I use the main mic, but if I'm out doing stuff, then I'll use this mixer and this microphone. And so far it's been pretty decent. So yeah, there's no filters being used on this as well. This is the raw audio you could expect from this mixer and this microphone. Let me come back to my wireless one a moment. Let me reattach it to myself first. Right, there we are. Back on the old wireless one. Oh, ticker, ticker, ticker. Beautiful. Let me put this to one side. Now, like I say, whenever I load up my OBS, like, I lose my microphone sometimes, and today was no exception. Elgato is just under $100. I've been hearing mixed reviews on it. I've not even looked. I'll have to have a look at some reviews on there, Tish. I just kind of presumed in my head, because it was Elgato, that it'd be, like, very good, but I've not done it. Saucy, he plans on getting the Wave DX at some point. Wave DX is $69. That seems like a really good price. Yeah, get yourself involved on that. Now, let me see if this is still working. I think it is, you know. Yeah, so I did originally set this up. It was working sweet. OBS had a moment, and it just... my microphone wouldn't work. I think because I had that many Fifine mics plugged in. In my head, it's got like two mics with the same name, so it kind of competed with each other. But since my OBS has just kind of deleted everything, I've tried setting this mic back up, and I believe it's working now. So this could work out well. Now, have I got a ticket for this? I think I have. I have. Now, let's see if this works. Let me mute my main mic, and we'll go to the headset. Oh, hello, hello. Very good price for a dynamic mic. That is really good. It really is. Very good price indeed. Okay, can you hear me okay? And please let me know what the audio quality is like. Now, this is the Fifine H6 gaming headset. Now, This is really weird because whenever I wear headphones, I can never gauge how loud I'm speaking. So in my mind, I'm speaking at a normal level. And I will probably slur and stutter words horrendously now. Because if I can't hear what I'm saying, like my brain doesn't quite trigger that I've said it. It's headset quality. Calvin put, it sounds really decent, very good. And it's headset quality. Yeah, so I personally don't use the microphone on this because if I game, then I'm using this bad boy. I'm all about ecosystems, less software to install. Elgato has a good ecosystem, like Corsair. I've actually just bought myself a Corsair keyboard, which I've not set up yet. I need to film a video on it. Right, okay. So, yep, there's an idea of what the microphone sounds like on this. Obviously, I've not got no audio monitoring on this, so I can't hear myself, which is a little bit weird. So, sorry if I'm kind of spluttering my words. And now we're back on the wireless mic. That's better. I can hear things again now. Okay, so a quick run through on this headset. And I've actually won some games on Apex Legends. I've won some games on PUBG. And I've been wearing this bad boy as well. So once again from Fifine. Get some nice RGB lights. You don't get no control over those lights. So what you see there is what you get. You can't disable them. As far as I'm aware, you can't disable them. That's the one microphone you've just been listening to. You can completely pull that out if you don't want the microphone in the way. And it literally just pushes back in when you're ready to use it. It is USB-A. It's a braided cable. So it feels pretty good. We've got some padding on the cans. We have some padding on the headrest as well. Great for a baldy man like me. And we also get a little controller as well. I've had to leave the kitchen. I am melting. Nice. Caroline is melting. So what we can do with this headset is we have 7.1 audio, so surround sound. You can push that, disable 7.1. I tend to leave that enabled. I like being fully immersed. Volume control up and down, that is for the headphones, not the inbuilt microphone. We have a switch on the side here, which there is a little key on the back there. That is to toggle your microphone into mute mode. So push it up, microphone muted, push it down, unmuted. Now you can tell you're muted because on the microphone itself, when we are muted, we have this red light. Unmuted, light goes off. On the other side, we have an EQ button where we can toggle between 3 different settings, which on the back we have a music mode, a gaming mode and a movie mode. So just select whichever one you fancy on there. I tend to have it on gaming just because you get additional bass with that. Like if I'm watching a movie, I still tend to use gaming, especially if it's an action movie with lots of explosions. I just prefer that mode. You may be different to me, but that's the mode that I kind of rock with. Once again, there's no drivers to be installed, completely plug and play. Plug it in, good to go. Will work on your PS4s, PS5s, your Macs, your PCs. Doesn't work on Xbox, as far as I'm aware. But feels nice and comfy. I can see Nightbot starting to like kick in and go a little bit wild again. Nightbot seemed to be very quiet for a while. Now he's just gone a little bit wild. Oh, beautiful. Let's have a little swig. Oh, Tish, was you here when I was showing the cables? Let me know you're still here as well. I was showing some magnetic cables. Those are my new thing that I've just had. And them actually pretty does. Haven't they discontinued Nightbot? It seems to be kicking in on my YouTube. He's going wild, Nightbot, for some reason. Don't know why. Pretty sure I changed all the times and stuff on there, but he's going a little bit crazy. Right, what shall I show you now? Oh, I'll quickly just run through the the Elgato foot pedal as well. It's very difficult for me. Actually, I could probably show you on my phone, couldn't I? I could do that. Okay, now, super sale. That's the reason why I'm showing this, because I've just seen that it has dropped in price. And I'll have to show you this in a moment, my little Bluetooth keyboard, because it's useful for doing stuff like this. Elgato foot pedal, there we are. Okay, so while I've been doing this stream, you would have noticed that I've been toggling between like this camera, that camera. You can see what I can see on my desktop there. And you'll see right there that this has dropped from $90 down to $59.99. So quite a decent saving, 33%. Up to mischief over on your commands. Terry Saw said Skynet. Yeah, I need to log into my Nightbot and have a little look. Have a little play with him. But I've been like monitoring the chat and he's been pretty quiet. And then all of a sudden he's just piped up. He's been having a drink into the old Nightbot. Yeah, so very basic. This foot pedal. I can... Let me just reconnect my phone up again. Now you can see how filthy it is underneath my desk. There we are. So there is my little foot pedal. Elgato foot pedal. So basically what we've got, 3 push buttons there. A little bit like driving a car really. So now you've seen that. Let me come back here. So 3 pedals, which I've got it configured so I can toggle between different scenes that I've got in my LBS. There are plenty of other things that you can do with this. Let me fire up my screen here. There we are. So, sorry, just double checking the mic was still coming through. So basically each of these boxes correspond to one of the pedals. So I've got this set up for different scenes. You don't need to have it set up like this. You can have it set up for stuff like lights. So like my nano leaf light, I can drag and drop one of these over and I can control the lights in this room by my foot pedal. Very useful. Such a good thing to have. You can do multi-action buttons as well, so I can configure it so I can press one pedal, I could switch on these lights, I could switch on those lights, I could switch on this light here. I can basically configure it so it does loads of things at the push of one button. I could have it so it switches my lights on, that it loads up OBS, loads up Amazon. Honestly, it's kind of endless, the things that you can do with this. It's great. I suppose the only drawback is that there's 3 pedals, rather than like a fully blown Stream Deck where you can get like 32 keys, is it, on the large one. But very useful. Doozy trainers, mate, they're my Skechers. The only reason I'm wearing them is I've been doing the lazy thing, you know, not untying laces when I take trainers off and then slipping them back on with the laces tied. And I've kind of bent a bit of plastic on the back of my trainers so it started rubbing my heel. Whereas I've not got that problem with the Skechers. They're ugly. The trainers are so ugly, but they are comfy. And then when you get to my age, mate, you kind of prioritise comfort over most things. I guess it is for laptop. The foot pedal, it is, mate. It is USB. So one USB-C cable into the back of the foot pedal. I believe it's USB-A into like a PC, a Mac, laptop. Very good. You will need to install the Elgato software, the Stream Deck software, to be able to use it. But it's very good for like going to different scenes. And obviously if you want to set it up for random stuff. So especially the multi-action button. So if you want to load up, let's say, Facebook, Amazon, YouTube, all at the same time, tap the button, away you go. I like them. Mate, they're... oh, there we are, let's get you on the stream. Now, they've seen better days, to be honest, mate. Look at the state of them. The red, though, I don't know why, I tend to quite like red trainers. I'll be honest, I've never actually looked at them like this. I literally just slipped them on. But, nah, they're more nice and spongy on my feet. Mate, how well are Ipswich doing as well? What a season they're having. We get some frozen veg tomorrow. Then we can have shepherd's pie. Alright, we'll get some frozen veg tomorrow. We will go and get some. Right, let me see. Is anything else rocking on sales today? Oh, there is as well. Okay. So, they're just massive. Mate, ever since like you had Frankie Allop, he was sky's the limit. Good old Frankie Allop, John Walk. Oh mate, Craig Forrest in goal. The glory years. So I can put 2 webcams, so switch. You can, mate, yeah. That's pretty much what I've done here. So this is one camera here. My middle pedal goes to this camera you can see here. And then if I want to set up another camera, I could easily do that as well for my third pedal. I've got it so it switches to my desktop, so you can kind of see what I can see on my screen. So yeah, you can do that. You can go like a step further and get hold of like a big stream deck. So rather than using your feet, basically push one of these buttons. This is the big daddy one, so there's like 32 buttons I think on there. And the good thing about stuff like this is that you can put things into folders. So don't think you're limited to like 32 keys. You can put folders inside folders. So like I say, it's kind of a little bit limitless. It's great. But yeah, fantastic rectangles. You are just massive. Massive team, massive club coming back to the Premier League. Now, I've just seen, I've got to super sale again here. We've recently got ourselves a cordless vacuum cleaner, because I mean it's a bit filthy now because we're using it every day. Oh, look at this bad boy here, beautiful. Actually, it would make a lot of sense if I just unattach the main bit on the end. There we are. Now I'll be honest, my cats don't like this. They get a little bit scared when this is rocking and rolling. So this is by a brand called Rono. This has been really good for us. Like, we've got a Shark vacuum cleaner, plugs into the wall. Now this has not got the suction power of something that plugs into a wall, but for what we use it for, it's been a lot better than what I thought it was going to be, to be honest. Yes, what in the QVC is going on? Cameo, you need one of these, mate. Cordless vacuum, beautiful. I'd like to start with the foot pedals. There's more buttons. Yeah, it's good. That's more forget. Mate, to be fair, I do that a lot on my Stream Deck. I forget where things are, especially if I put things in folders and in other folders. Kind of forget where everything is. Did I do carousel? Calvin. I'm looking at the wrong phone as well. Chances are I've done carousel. I have done it, mate. So let me fire up the Rono. Why have I put rainbow? Andy, what are you doing? Rono or rainbow? Not even remotely the same. He's alive! Cameo is alive. He's alive and well. It's like they replaced the ball on the Gadget Show. Okay, so this little vacuum cleaner, we basically bought it so we could pick up cat litter downstairs, because we've got about 600 cats now. We got 3 cats of our own, and we get like stray cats start wandering in. So at the moment we got 4 litter trays, and the idea was to use the main vacuum up here and this one downstairs and on the stairs. This has kind of took over. We only ever use this now. So we've got like a Big Daddy vacuum cleaner that we're just kind of not using, which we really should use. So as I say, Rono, never heard of them before. So it was a bit of a gamble when I bought it and thought, yeah, I don't think it'll be great. Really surprised. Now you do get that funky attachment there. You get that one, which to be fair, Tish told me last week that you can move this up. I didn't realise. So this attachment, I was like, yeah, I don't think that's really going to help me, without realising that you can actually slide that up and use the brush. I mean, you can see there's like filth on that. So we've been using that. Same shirt in the video. Mate, that's the only shirt I've got. Can't afford nothing else, dude. It's probably still got the same dust on this as well. Yeah, so you do get 2 modes on this. There's an eco mode and a full high power mode. Now, the high power mode, I actually timed this as well. You get 14 minutes from a full charge, so you don't get very long with it. On the eco mode, I think, it does say on that video, I think it was about 35 minutes on eco, which to be honest is perfect for us. The eco mode does a decent job as well, because I thought, right, cat litter, I'm going to need full power all the time. I don't. It does the job. Really good. So, you do get the main attachment as well. So, that bad boy there, which, I'll be honest, is actually, like, really good. I remember using a vacuum before, and I ended up not using, like, this end attachment. I always end up using that. So, it took me a lot longer to vacuum. But this has been good. So, it literally just clips in place. You do get an LCD display as well. I'm just looking around for my cats because they're not fans of this. This one, who I thought would be the worst, our first rescue cat, she's actually got used to the sound of the vacuums. Right, now, pre-warning, this is going to sound loud through this microphone. So I just want to quickly show you the LCD display on the top. There we are. So 100%. Right, let's stop that quick. I can see her little ears have perked up there. So no, it's been great. You do get quite a small tank on there as well. So we're finding that we'll kind of vacuum twice, then we'll empty that. And to be fair, that's like picking up cat litter. So you might not need to do it as regular as that. Now, this is currently... Did I press my super sale? I don't know. If I didn't, here we go again. On the new Ghostbusters movie. I'll tell you what though, it'd do a good job. You could use that, couldn't you, on Ghostbusters? So this has dropped in price from $220 to $119, so you can save 45% on there. You'll see here as well, this little plastic bit. Can you see my cursor there? That is a wall mount as well. So that's what we've done. We've screwed that into our wall and you can mount the vacuum on there. So rather than it just kind of laying around willy-nilly, hang it up on the wall. Been good. So you do get an additional filter in the box as well. You can wash the filters. So the one filter could probably last a long time. We've not swapped ours out yet, but we've only had it maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks. It's been good though. It's been decent. And like I say, our main vacuum cleaner now, we're just kind of not using it, which is a bit unfortunate. Now, what I've started doing as well is I bought a Bluetooth keyboard the other day. I used to have one and I gave it away, and I was laying in bed one day and I thought, you know what, I could quickly send an email, but I don't want to go and switch my PC back on. So I tried it on my tablet, and as I'm an old man, old people can relate to this. We're not great with touchscreens. So what I ended up getting was this Bluetooth keyboard from Artec, and my old keyboard was not as good as this one, because with this little bad boy, have I got sausage fingers? Mate, I've got dirty fingers, to be fair. Honestly, I need to wash those. So what we've got on here is we've got this little cutout, and you can put your mobile phone in there, you can put your tablet in there, and what I like about this is you'll see I've got a light. I don't know if you can kind of make out, there's a light there. You can connect this up to 3 different Bluetooth devices. So at the moment I've got it hooked up to my PC, which is Bluetooth 3, my mobile phone and my tablet. And when I'm doing these live streams, I tend to pull this out. To be fair, not so much to show on the live stream, it's because I do actually use this. Because I guarantee every time I've got my main keyboard out, my cats start running over it. And I end up getting the cable tangled. What's the best webcam with autofocus you tested, sir? Ooh, good question. The best one is the Insta360 Link, but it's an expensive webcam. I've actually got it here. I can show you that in action in a moment. If you're looking for a budget webcam, the Razer Kio X, the autofocus was good, but it tends to be quite responsive. So if you're trying to display text, for example, pretty good for that. But you may find that if you want to just do the streaming, you might be better off just unticking the box for the autofocus. Unless Razer have updated the firmware, which they may have since I did a video on there. Did you, mate? Nah. Do you know what? I can't do mechanical keyboards. They're too noisy for me. Or do I need different switches in there? So now, not feeling the love for the mechanical stuff. But let me give you a little close-up on that keyboard. So yeah, I mean, you can see all the filth on here already. So you can slide in there a tablet. You can fit in there a tablet and 2 mobile phones as well, if you put them in portrait mode. Tablet can be landscape, mobiles in portrait. So what I can do is literally just tap a button there, and it's going to start switching from my PC, which is this one, over to my mobile phone, and I can go back to my PC. So it takes a couple of seconds. I mean, it was quicker from my PC there. Take a couple of seconds to switch over to whatever device you've pre-programmed on there. Little function button. You get the F keys as well, where we can turn volume up and down, skip music tracks. And to be fair, it's been decent. Oh yeah, it's got an inbuilt battery as well. So it charges through, oh, this way, charges through USB-C, so no need to keep changing batteries. And you've got your on and off switch up there as well. Been decent, really has, I like it. I love the clack. Oh Matt, I can't do it. I used to have one when I was a kid, and it was, things in life just kind of go like this. Like, everybody complained that things are so loud. You're right. Could you hear that cat then? Scraggy, you okay, mate? What's the matter? Come on, do you want to come on the stream? What are you making noises for? Are you hungry? Can't be hungry, I've just fed you. Yeah, so this cat that I'm stroking down here, this is one of the stray cats. That cat has cost me more than my own cat at the vet. He'd got attacked the one night. I ended up taking him to the vets for like injections and stuff. I like clicky noisy keyboards. That's what I look for deliberately. Is it really? Nah, see, I used to have one. And see, back in the olden days, like people was like, nah, it's too noisy, and they wanted silent keyboards. And now it's gone the other way now. A little bit like mobile phones. It's like, I remember phones were massive, then they got really small. I remember I went to a nightclub once and I had a phone which had a massive colour screen, and the bouncers like ripped me for having it. It's like, look at the size of that. Because everybody had these really small phones. Now it's gradually gone that phones have got larger and larger again. So everything just kind of goes like that. So kind of what goes out of fashion. That's why I'm wearing these Skechers. I don't think they'll ever come in fashion, but I've got them just in case. So yeah, what else can I show you? I might as well quickly show you my other couple of microphones as well. But I'll quickly show people who haven't seen as well. I don't think Fantastic was here when I showed these. Mate, have you got a drawer that's full of like USB cables that are like amazingly tangled up? I will show you my drawer. Let me get my camera rocking and rolling again. Here we go. So I've got a drawer down here, which has got all those cables in there. So USB-C, micro USBs, mini USBs. And if I need to get a cable, they're all like bunched together. It's going to take me God knows how long to get that sorted. So, what I've got now is I've got these little magnetic cables. So, this cable, for example, like if I kind of fold that up, it's still like all pretty scabby, isn't it? And I end up needing one of these, which my cats end up chewing on, which is never good. But who's got time to keep doing this and like tying cables up? That's where this little bad boy comes in. So this cable I've got here is USB-C to USB-C. And it is magnetic. So what you can do is basically just fold it up and it all magnetically goes back together. How good is that? Now, the magnets are not amazingly strong, but they are strong enough to basically do this and keep them all neat and tidy. So you do get different ones. So we've got a USB-A to a lightning cable. And this one here is USB-C, USB-C. You don't need to fold it up like I did there. I think you can get it like an even tighter fit than that. I'm not amazing when it comes to wrapping cables up. Let's see if I can try and do it a little bit tighter. Probably not. But normally I'm just rushing about anyway, so I end up just quickly putting it together like this. But do you know what? It's going to eliminate a lot of those messy cables in that drawer. And I always take a few of these cables to my brother's in my laptop bag, and they all get tangled with each other. That should eliminate a lot of that from happening. So I'm liking those at the minute. They're decent. So I'll type right. Yeah, you're the same as me then, Saucy. I'm not a huge fan of the really clicky keyboards. I've seen a lot of channels where people are changing the keys, like the caps on there. So I don't know if you can get ones which are silent. I'm not sure. But for me, if the keyboard's quiet, I prefer that. I remember when my new laptop years ago had new keys and they were silent. It annoyed me. Not bad. Mate, I think it might be me who's more odd, because everybody seems to really like the clicky keyboards. Ding a line break. I'll be very happy. Old typewriters were clicky. My dad used to have an old typewriter. That was very noisy. I do remember that. Right, let me pull up a couple of microphones. I won't take up too much of your time. I mean, I've been on here for about an hour so far. So let me move my little keyboard. No doubt I'll probably need that in a moment. Let me try and untangle some cables as well. So this microphone here is the microphone that I recommend to anybody who's just wants to start streaming. Now I need to find it on my carousel. There we are. Now the reason why I recommend this is that, number one, it's very cheap. Because a lot of people start getting into content creation and a few months down the line they kind of realise it's not really what they want, and I've seen so many people end up just selling the gear that they've bought. So I always recommend starting off with something cheap, give it a go for a few months, see if it's something that you want to kind of continue doing, and this is the microphone that I recommend to people. I had an old electric typewriter, the keys and the motor were amazingly noisy. I also enjoyed that one too. I used to have an old, it was like a till. I don't know why I had a till, I had no money. But you could like type on the till and it would print the receipt out. That was quite noisy, but I did actually quite like that. Must have thought I was a shopkeeper for a little bit. Now, this microphone. This is currently, let me double check the price, because you can sometimes get vouchers on these. So let me have a look. Fifine. So this is the A6V microphone. Now it connects through USB-C in the back, USB-A into your PC, Mac, PS4, PS5. Doesn't work in Xboxes. Now it is $34.99, so a cheap microphone. You've got a selection of colours. Some of these will cost a little bit more, like a pink version, white version, or the blue version. The black version, which is what we've got, and the red version, which still kind of looks pink to me, about $34.99. Now, on the back of this, you will see that we've got, I think my camera's a little bit close. Let me pull that away a bit. You will see we've got a USB-C port there, and that is it. Literally one cable, so there's no audio monitoring on this. We do get the RGB light, which it goes through a sequence here of blending colours together. And you can't stop that from happening unless you mute the microphone, which is a button on top. So if there's no lights, it means that you are muted or your microphone's broken. Hopefully it's just muted there. You also get the pop filter on the front. It comes with an inbuilt shock mount as well. You can control the volume on the bottom of the mic, and you get a stand as well. Stand is a little bit flimsy, but you can unscrew the stand and you can mount it onto one of your own. So you could do that, because I think the audio quality you get off this mic is outstanding for how cheap it is. So let me try and get the stand back on there. One of my cats has just run in and jumped up there. Oh, it's the big cat as well. She don't normally go up there. So let's give it the old audio test. Now I know Calvin's going to shout at me and say ticker. Change the ticker, Andy. There we are. Let's switch over. Hello, hello, testing, testing. So this is your A6V. Is this live or just bot? Mate, this is live. We are live right now. So now these are, we got Calvin in the stream. We got Sourceblood in the stream as well. Fantastic Rectangles is here. Nightbot, yeah, Nightbot is being a little bit wild. But yeah, as Calvin just said there, Calvin is actually like a real human. He's not like Nightbot. He's not abusing the power. So yeah, what you're listening to now is the A6V microphone from Fifine. $35 this mic. And as I say, this is the one I recommend to anybody just starting out, because I never really see the point in spending like $200, $300 on a really high-end microphone for you to think, yeah, do you know what, I'm not enjoying like streaming. This is what I recommend, because audio quality wise, very good. It is a condenser microphone, so it's going to pick up a little bit of sound from the back, from the sides, main audio from the front here. If you're trying to eliminate as much background sound as possible, you might be better going for something like this, which is a dynamic microphone, where it's literally going to pick up the audio from the front. You get a little bit from the sides, and it will reject quite a lot from the back. But, oh, apologies. This is a really good one to start out with. Now, you can mount it onto a boom arm as well. You can mount it onto a totally different stand. But if you're just starting out, I'll probably start with this stand. Like I say, there's no point spending loads of cash on something that you're not 100% sure you're going to pursue in the future. So this is kind of where I would start, $34.99. You may think, I quite like it, sounds good, but you want a little bit more control over those RGB lights. I've got another one, don't you worry, we've got another one. We got this little bad boy right here. Once again from Fifine. It's a little bit wider, a little bit taller than the cheaper one. And this one here is the A8 microphone. Sorry, I've got that many models running through my head. So I'll give you a quick look at this microphone. So this one is a little bit more expensive. Let me just double check the price on this one. This one is Andy. I don't know, because I can't find it on my carousel. Go on, Andy, where did you put the A8? There it is. Okay, so $46.99. So it's going to cost you just over $10 more. So first thing you'll notice, RGB light. We have a button on the back which we can tap and toggle between static colours, so you can get it to match your background. You also get the blended mode, which is pretty much what this one's doing here, so blending the colours together. The colour sequence is a little bit different between the two as well. You also get a mode where it does static colours, but it will rotate through each of the colours. I believe there's 7 static colours on there. Or you can just select your own colour. So there we are, red, kind of matches the background. We can go with that. Now, you do get a mute button on top as well, which if I can press the right pedal, there we go. We've got a green light. Push that, that will mute the microphone. Your RGB light will stay on though, so that's a little bit different to the A6V. You get the pop filter. Once again, comes in its own shock mount. On the bottom, connects through USB-C, and you get a 3.5mm jack to monitor the audio if you wish. And the stand is a little bit more robust. You can see some dirt off there from off my desk. So it's nice, soft padding on the bottom there, made of rubber. Oh, sorry. made of rubber, so it's not going to cause any scratches to your surfaces. And I think we will have a little listen. We've got you covered. We have. So $46.99 this one. So we'll do a very quick audio test between the two, providing I've set it back up. Okay, so this is the A6V. And this is the A8. So let's change the ticker over. So the one you're listening to now is like $11, $12 more expensive, but you get a little bit more flexibility with the RGB lights. The build quality is a little bit better as well. So you are paying a bit more of a premium for a better kind of feeling microphone. You do get audio monitoring as well. I personally tend not to use audio monitoring. Maybe I should, but I just don't. The difference with the mute buttons as well is this light will switch off. This one doesn't. But you do get a red light on top. So you kind of need to just weigh up which one you prefer. If you don't really care about the RGBs and going through different colour sequences, then I'd probably go with this one. This one here, you can disable the RGBs. Now I did this wrong last week. So if we hold the button down on the back, that will switch off the light, so it's just a basic microphone. No colourful lights on the go. Hold that button down again, that will re-trigger the RGB lights. So yeah, I kind of recommend that for people starting out. Oh, apologies. So I do recommend that to start out with if you want something that feels a little bit better. I mean, audio quality wise, you can be the judge. So this is the A8. And this is now the A6V microphone. So, like I say, you judge whatever you think sounds the best. They're both condenser microphones, so polar pattern wise, they're pretty much similar. But there we go. There's a couple of fine mics for you right there. Now, I may as well quickly show you the main microphone, because I do need to set it back up, to be fair, because I might have a game or something tonight. So yeah, do look at our product carousel as well, Amazon Live. You'll see the carousel at the bottom of the screen. If there's anything you can see in there and you think, you know what, I'd quite like to check that out, do jump on there, let me know. I will happily show you on the stream. So I think what we need to do is kind of end the stream with our main microphone that I use for pretty much everything. So let me come back to my wireless one a moment. Here we are, back on the old wireless. Let's move these out the way. So if you watch any of my videos, chances are you are listening to this mic right here. Now this is my Fifine K688. Now this is a dynamic microphone. So the ones I've just shown you are condensers. This is a dynamic, so main audio through the front there. It will try and reject quite a lot of background noise. I probably need to get myself a new army now that I can kind of rotate this end. Ticker. Oh, yes. Right. M6 first. So, this microphone, I can probably show you the back now. There we go. On the back of the mic, we've got a couple of controls there. One for the microphone gain, the other one for the audio monitoring. So 3.5mm jack there for audio monitoring. You can connect this through XLR or USB. So I've currently got both plugged in. I use the XLR connection. We got a button on top there where we can mute and unmute the microphone. And it comes with its own shock mount. Now this one doesn't come with a stand, so you will need your own boom arm or your own stand. You do get a converter in the box, so you can convert it from 5/8 of an inch to 3/8, which is what most of the boom arms are now. But I think we should have a little listen. Let me move ticker. Testing. Okay, so you are now listening to the Fifine K688 microphone. Now it's running through my Go XLR Mini, so I've got some equalization settings on there. But I like the sound that I get from this mic. Joachim! Oh, mate, I've not seen you for a while. Yeah, life's okay, mate. Not too bad. How's things with you? Are we all good? Absolute pleasure to see you again, dude. So yeah, this is my main mic. So if you ever played a game with me, this is what you're hearing. If you see any videos that I create, pretty much all the time it's this microphone, unless I've gone to my brother's for like Amazon, and I may record using the Fifine mixer and the AM8. But this is the Mac Daddy that I use, which I still need to get a new foam filter for, which I show on pretty much every stream. Look at the marks on the bottom of that, because my cats chew it. My cats love it. But I can rotate it just so, and it looks pretty good from that side. Life is busy, but living the life is a point. There we are, mate. To be fair, it's good to be busy sometimes. Just don't burn yourself out by being busy like 100% of the time. Have a little bit of relaxation as well. Yeah, so what do you think of this mic, Calvin? Do you think this one sounds okay? Have you played... Do you know what? I played football on Friday, and one of the lads asked me, so have you got the new footy manager yet? I says, mate, I can't do it. Because I would literally do no work. I've done it before. I think the last one I played might have been... I'd have to look at my Steam. I want to say 2016. Let me have a look. 2015. I've got Football Manager 2021 because it was free. Yeah, it was free for a while. But now 2015 was the last one I played, mate. Because I'm one of those people that would get very addicted to it. And I'd be like trying to get Grimsby to Champions League glory. I'm using a cheat card. It's called Copying Mechanics Tactics, and it's working. I think that mic sounds amazing. Honestly, brilliant. Awesome. I mean, it does help that I'm running it through XLR and my mixer. So that does really help. But I agree. I think it's a good microphone. Yeah, have you started with Ipswich Town on there? Mate, like I say, I can't do it. Because as soon as I do it, it's a little bit like now, like me and the wife have changed our diet. As soon as you give me Turkish Delight, I'm craving it all the time. And I'll be the same with Football Manager. You put me on there and I'm searching for Wonder Kids like 24 hours a day. XLR makes a big difference. It does. Let me go to my USB. I've still got USB on here somewhere. Oh, actually, no, I need to reset it up, don't I? Yeah, because my OBS has lost all my microphones. I haven't reset the USB back up for this yet. So we're going to make do with XLR. But yeah, through XLR, I think it sounds really good. But yeah, fantastic. It's a dangerous game for me. I've become an absolute addict. So I have to steer clear. But I used to enjoy the old Championship Manager on the Amiga. I think we had it on the Atari ST as well, maybe. Definitely had it on the Amiga. Where it was... I need to charge that light up. Didn't realise I left that switched on. I didn't want to know how many years I've sunk into the new one. Yeah, actually, does my Steam tell me how long I played some of these for? Like, when I was younger, I'd play the live outer games. Let me see where I put the most hours. Okay, so 2015, I got 351.1 hours. It seems a little bit low, to be honest. 2013, 359.1. Those are rookie numbers, aren't they, really? But no, I have to stay away. That's still plenty of time. Yeah, but then you look at it and you calculate it and you're like how many weeks of my life have I just lost playing Football Manager? I know I'd be addicted, so I have to be brutal with myself and not even load it up and try it. But I think this is the last one in the series, isn't it? From next year, isn't it like the new revamp version of it, where they put like major changes in there? I always wanted it, so the highlight was like playing Pro Evolution Soccer or even FIFA, you know, like the proper 3D animated characters, where keepers are pulling off worldy saves. That's what I always wanted with Football Manager. But now it's, I already know it's going to be a really good game. I can't do it. I would do no work. I would be homeless. I really would. The real honest truth. Can I ask your thoughts on podcast recorders? Oh, do you know what, mate? I've not used one. So I couldn't really give you an honest answer on there. So you got the Rodecaster Zoom Pod Track. I mean, to be fair, the Rodecaster stuff is seriously good stuff. Are they worth it? Thinking of getting one. Isn't it more kind of like for a backup? So if you're kind of recording audio for a podcast, that you've still got that little bit of redundancy. So if something, because I've tried recording things before in like OBS and I've not enabled certain things and I've ended up with no audio. Isn't it just really good for like the backup plan? So basically you just don't lose audio. Let me do a quick Google search on that, mate, because I want to. You've piqued my interest. So it was a Rodecaster Zoom Pod Track. So they've got it's a P8 and a P4 version. Oh, okay. Oh, is a Zoom Pod Track something different? Oh yeah, Rodecaster Zoom Pod Track, a Tascam Mixcast. Okay, I've seen a lot of creators have got the Rodecaster Pro, and everybody said that it's like amazing. So I mean, to be fair, I imagine if it's like a podcast that you're gonna have like a guest in the same room as you. So I imagine it would be really good for that, especially getting the audio levels right. But I mean, the only thing I've got is this. I don't know if I can pull this enough to show you. Is my Go XLR Mini, which is basically meant for one microphone. So I've not used anything like these Rodecasters. But from what I've seen of people who have used them, they all rave saying how good they are. And the Rodecasters seem to be what most people are using from what I've seen who have done podcasts. But I've not really looked into them, so I couldn't tell you like 100% which is the best one to go for. So sorry about that, mate. I'm just I'm not all clued up with it. Not is that you know? Hello, welcome, buddy. How are you? How is life, mate? I was about to leave as well. Then people have jumped in. You think maybe I should do these streams a little bit later? Because it seems to be as I'm about to leave, people jump in and say hello. Maybe next week I'll look at doing it a little bit later. But yeah, for the people who have just jumped in, let me quickly show you this cable. Man, I'm literally broke. My PC's broken. Can you help me buy a new one? Yeah, mate, I'm a millionaire. I'll buy you two, mate. You'll pay me back after. That is very kind of you, mate. I didn't even want paying back. I'll tell you what. If I get you a new PC, you can get me a Ferrari. Seems like a good deal. Let's do that. I'll have one while you're handing them out. Yeah, mate, I'll get you one as well. I'll get Football Manager pre-installed on there. Well, that's not madness. Maybe I'll just start doing that. I'll just start... Can you? Yeah, mate, I'll sort you out. Don't worry. Yeah, I'll put Football Manager on for you, mate. Oh, I'm not joking. No, I didn't think you would. Nah, sorry, dude. I can't afford it, unfortunately. But yeah, Calvin, if Calvin wants one, you can have one as well, mate. I'll sort everyone out. Right, I think it's probably best that I leave. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have some tea. I might have a little game or something. So, yeah, thank you everyone who stopped by. Hopefully I've showed you a few products here which will be quite useful. As I say, that's my new bit of tech. These little magnetic cables, which I'm actually really liking. Very good. As I do say, it's not the strongest magnet in the world, but just for making cables tidy, they seem to do a decent job. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on Magtime. Have a look at some more of these cables. Drop your Instagram, mate. Nah, you're alright. In that dinner, mate. I'll look after the shoes. I might even wear the shoes. I might go to the gym later and wear the shoes. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you for modding as always, Calvin. Very much appreciated. We'll have to go and grab a cup of tea sometime. Fantastic, absolute pleasure. Congratulations to Ipswich Town. They're having an amazing season, which I'll be honest, I weren't expecting. They're doing amazing. Would love you to review the podcast recorders. Mate, if I could get hold of one, I'd probably do a video. But we'll see. I mean, they're expensive bits of kit. I mean, I've got to buy everybody a PC now, so I don't think I can afford one. Try my best. No, you're good, mate. Thank you. Just ordered a 4TB NVMe for my gaming. Oosh, lovely. Do you know, I could probably do with a new hard drive for my laptop. It was running out of space the other day. I had to start deleting things. Yeah, you've just reminded me, Saucy. But now let us know how your 4TB NVMe is once you get it. Right, let's make a move. Thank you, everyone. Absolute pleasure. And we'll be back next week, and we should have more sales coming on as well. So I will keep an eye. In the meantime, I will see if there's any more tech that I can pick up along the way, any more products. And yeah, don't be afraid to chat to me in these live streams. If you see anything in like product carousels, do let me know. I will happily come and show you. So have a great one all, and hopefully we'll have some more videos uploaded, and we will see you on the next live stream. Absolute pleasure, and we will see you very soon.